Hey, what is up, guys? Chase over here, bringing you another video to my channel. Today, I am bringing you my NFL Fantasy Football 2016 preview discussion, talking everything like that. Of course, fantasy sports is a big deal when it comes down to the world of football. Any sport, really, to be honest. Everyone likes playing fantasy sports. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be showing you guys different formats of fantasy that you guys can play. I'm showing through everything through the ESPN NFL drafting way, so like for that draft and everything like that. So if you're not a fan of ESPN and how they do things, it is what it is. I just use ESPN because I know how to access their system better than the NFL and everything, like the NFL.com, Yahoo, and everything like that. So if you guys like fantasy sports, be free to ask questions and everything like that. We'll be showing different types of drafts, talking about different types of strategies. If there's strategies you guys want to try to use and try to do, just let me know in the chat and the comment section. I'll be able to respond as soon as possible. But gotta look at some fantasy football rankings here. So we're gonna pull up a screen. We're gonna look at some fantasy football rankings and see what teams are valuable. Draft day rankings. Oh, CBS Sports. So CBS Sports has like a fantasy league too. I didn't even know this shit. So they have their fantasy football rankings. So thank you to CBS Sports. CBS, please do not sue me. I'm just using this for a form of entertainment. You're on YouTube.com. Same goes for you, ESPN. Better not fucking sue me for this shit. I'm just trying to do this for fucking fun. All right. So anyways, these are people's rankings for the fantasy football, courtesy of CBS Sports, because this was the first thing I found on my little Google thing. Oh, shit. I just clicked on this guy's thing. So this is the wide receiver rankings, or this is his top 200 by Jeremy Eisenberg. He has Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham, Julio Jones, Todd Gurley, David Johnson. Wow, David Johnson. Really high up there for David Johnson. I wouldn't put David Johnson, Ezekiel Elliott. Wow. Lamar Miller. What the hell? I don't know what this guy's smoking. This guy's smoking something, but he better help me because I wouldn't even have Zeke that high. I like Ezekiel Elliott, but I wouldn't have Zeke that high. AJ Green. Gronkowski should be higher. Gronk should be like a top 10, like top 5 at least, man. Gronk, especially if you're in PPR, man, he's really damn good. AP is always a good safe option. DeAndre Hopkins should be higher, to be honest. DeAndre should be top 10. Dez, Eddie Lacy. You know, running backs, I always feel like running backs sometimes get way too overvalued when it comes to fantasy and stuff like that. And you guys will kind of see in this video where I talk about different strategies. There's a bunch of different strategies that you can do and stuff like that. So right here, I'm in this this mock league and everything like this. I'm in this mock league right here. This is like for test draft. It's the Green Bay 12 team. 12 team is normally like a standard league that you would be in, a 12-team league. These are like normally normal leagues. Like 10 or 12 people, I feel like is like a good league to be in, because when you're in a league with so many people, sometimes they can kind of get into a clusterfuck. But yeah, 12 teams, that's pretty much the standard. That's pretty much like a benchmark that I would always say go for if you can. Rated R Superstar Edge says, what's up, my friend? How are you? Talking some fantasy football. That's what's up. So I'm going to stop the screen share right now so that way I can share this all for you fine people. Share this on Twitter and everything like that. But we're going to be talking about different strategies here that I like to use, some different things that you could use to help build on your team and everything like that. So the first strategy I'm going to be talking about right here is a kind of a new popular strategy. It's called the zero running back strategy. Now, what the zero running back strategy is where you pretty much build your team up with your wide receivers and then later on go on with running backs to have some value. Because with today's league, how running backs are treated, running backs are kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not like anything special. They're kind of you know, a lot of teams go by RBCC, running back by committee. And so when you have teams like that you know do running back by committee, you can find a running back and they can like break out. When you look at running backs that have done so well, Devontae Freeman and freaking Chris Johnson last year in fantasy, those guys weren't even like top 10 picks like your Adrian Petersons. Guys who normally get chosen into the top 5 for the fantasy football tend to kind of fall off a little bit. So honestly, the zero running back strategy is a strategy that I will show you guys with my first mock draft here. We're going to plan on doing a lot of different drafts and everything like that. I plan to try to show you guys as much as different drafts as possible and everything. So hope you guys enjoyed that right there. So this league is starting up. So time to screen share this. It's time to screen share this. Share this. ESPN, please do not sue me. And now it's time for me to launch the draft and turn off all the sounds because it makes a bunch of different sounds. Bunch of different fucking sounds. Why is it not screen sharing the ESPN? hit launch draft. All right, so let's screen share this, screen share this part. Bam. All right. So now we're in the draft. So what I'm showing you guys here is the 0 running back strategy. And so now I got the first pick, which is pretty lucky in this mock draft in this 12-team league. Obviously, this is not a real draft. This is just a mock. Since I'm going with the Antonio Brown, the 0 running back strategy, the best pick is Antonio Brown. You got to go with Antonio Brown, especially if you're playing a PPR league, because Antonio Brown gets points per receptions. And one thing that will help you out too is just hitting this points button. The points button will spread out how many fantasy points that this guy is projected to get. So a lot of people tend to not do that because a lot of people are like just like going off the best available and position rankings and stuff like that. But honestly, this button right here will help you out in knowing what you're going to get in value of points, like of what ESPN is projecting. So make sure you guys always kind of like hit that button so that way you guys know who's going to get value points. See, when you look at the quarterbacks here, you don't really need to draft a quarterback right away. So people always still like, what's it called? People always want to draft the quarterback really high, like Aaron Rodgers and Cam Newton and everything like that. But honestly, you can get a guy like Kirk Cousins who could get you 282 fantasy points this year, or like Matthew Stafford who could get you 279 fantasy points this year. So yeah, you can get good players without having to do that. So make sure you always kind of hit that points button and everything like that. But this is the 0. Carlos Williams getting -1 points. Oh, okay. ESPN not high on him. So just hit the rank button again. You can hit that by hitting the pads and stuff like that. Obviously, like I said, this is a 0 running back strategy. So I'm going to show you guys Antonio pretty much choosing all wide receivers and how wide receivers are more important in fantasy than anything else. Because the thing is, why the 0 running back strategy works so well is because you will have all these wide receivers and you can trade for a quote-unquote good running back because you won't be hurting in the wide receiver department because you already have all these top players. You already have these wide receivers and stuff like that. And another thing too, because like I said, this is not a real league I'm in. This is just a mock draft league. If you're in a real league, make sure you check what the scoring is for your league. So that way you know what position has value. Obviously, in regular standard fantasy scoring and PPR scoring, the 0 running back strategy works the best. You know, that's where the 0 running back strategy is at its best, is when you have just like regular standard scoring, and PPR leagues. But when it comes down to it, if you're in a league where running backs are more prevalent, you might want to go with the running back than you would want to go. So the draft begins now. ESPN goes. Of course, this is a 0 running back league, so I'm taking Antonio Brown with my first overall pick. Now it's time to think about what you want to do next with your next pick. Now, I don't pick until the 24th and the 25th. So what I do, and this is what I suggest everyone to do, is kind of look at the board and figure out guys where you think they're going to go and where you know they're going to go. Now, strategy. So I'm looking at mostly just wide receivers to start off because I'm looking to stack my team with many good, high productive wide receivers. So that way in the later portion of my league, if I need to make a trade, I'll have no problem trading someone. The first pick of your guy should never be traded. Like Antonio Brown, you should keep him unless you can get a really good deal on Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown is one of those untouchable players, at least in my personal opinion. Of course, I'm going to cross off Odell Beckham, Julio Jones, and DeAndre Hopkins. They're not going to fall to me. AJ Green most likely not going to fall to me. Allen Robinson could fall to me because, you know, people overvalue running backs and quarterbacks so much in fantasy that this guy could actually fall to me. Dez Bryant, probably not going to fall to me, and the reason being is Dez is kind of a bigger name. We're in a Green Bay Packers league for this fantasy draft. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to say Jordy Nelson won't fall to me. Beamar may fall to me. Alshon Jeffrey most likely will fall to me. Mike Evans, Sammy Watkins, Brandon Cooks. You know, these are players that you got to look at. You just got to look at wide receivers. And once again, like I said, hit that points button so you can kind of get the idea of which wide receiver you can draft, because you can look at the rankings all you want, but you want to look at this button because this is the button that the league's scoring is based on. And this is also the button that ESPN is projecting them to do. So that guy with the second pick chose Odell Beckham. Good pick there. Now, the third pick of this draft, the guy chose Adrian Peterson, this Chicago Demon. He chose Adrian Peterson. And Adrian Peterson, you know, he's good. But for the third pick, you would probably want to go for someone else, maybe like a Julio Jones, because AP, even though, yes, the Vikings are going to be handing the ball off more to him, you know, Jerick McKinnon is still a guy that's going to get a lot of touches too. I mean, AP's touches kind of went down a little bit. So we had Todd Gurley and Ezekiel Elliott go back to back. Gurley, he's really good. I feel like he's going to have a huge fantasy season, but injuries are like the concern for me. And Ezekiel Elliott, I don't know, man. Like that's putting a lot of stock in Zeke and hoping Zeke will be some like huge major stud. So that's something you got to look out there too. All right, let me go see how the other team. Joseph Tilson says, Chase, do I start Jeremy Maclin against SD or Moncrief against Detroit? I would go with Jeremy Maclin because he has more of a better track record than Dante Moncrief right now. But if you got room for a flex position, I would put Dante Moncrief. So, yeah, make sure you guys are sharing this on Twitter. Make sure you guys are giving this video a like. Like I said, this is the zero running back strategy that I'm running here for people who are new. So you guys know what this strategy is all about. You pretty much take a lot of wide receivers and you go zero running backs until later in the draft. You don't need to draft a running back right away. There's plenty of good running backs that you can get and stuff like that. This is a strategy if you have an extra league and you want to try it. Like you have to at least play a lot of years of fantasy to kind of know this strategy and kind of realize what strategy. Now, the receiver that I'm targeting on my back-to-back is Sammy Watkins. The reason why I'm targeting Sammy Watkins here is because Sammy Watkins has a huge, huge play radius. Like he's at the right position because I'm the 24th pick, and Sammy Watkins, according to the ESPN rank, is ranked 24. But Sammy Watkins has huge play-making ability. He always gets vertical deep balls thrown to him by Tyrod Taylor, so that's good rack yards there too. So he gets yards and he gets touchdowns and he barely drops. That's another thing too, because there's some fantasy leagues that do cost you on drops. So make sure when you're looking at wide receivers, that's why Alshon Jeffrey, he's ranked 21. But if you know your fantasy league costs you on drops, don't take Alshon. Alshon drops the ball a lot, and you do not want someone that drops the football a lot. You want someone that's more reliable on your team and everything like that. That's why I'm targeting Sammy Watkins with my 24th back-to-back pick, and hopefully I can get him. Like I would really like that. Right now, a lot of running backs going early. With David Johnson. AJ Green got taken, which is a good pickup. And Rob Gronkowski at 10. That's awesome right there. Rob Gronkowski, very, very good pick. Very, very good pick. He's a great late draft pick. Never draft a quarterback in the first round. This seems like it's a very smart draft room because I do not see any quarterbacks taken in the first round, but that might change in the second round when people start kind of thinking about quarterbacks and stuff like that. So I'm going to just share this once again because I want people to watch this, damn it. I want people to talk about this. All righty then. Don't need to share that. Who's going to be a sleeper player in fantasy football? Ball straight shooter. When we get to this draft, you'll see. I'll tell you who the sleeper players are. Just wait. Just wait. So, yeah, Sammy Watkins. Follow to me, Sammy Watkins. Let's look at what these idiots are all drafting. Le'Veon Bell with the 11th pick. Honestly, if you can get Le'Veon Bell in the third pick, that's the only way I would. In the third round, that's the only way I would take Le'Veon Bell if he's available in the third. If he's not available in the third round, don't even risk it. It's not even worth the risk of taking Le'Veon Bell in the third round. I kind of got lucky with the zero running because the zero running back strategy works really good if you can get like Antonio Brown or Odell Beckham with your first two picks. Because if you can't get any of those two, then you're kind of like, fuck me. But I got lucky with the zero running back. Julio Jones is a good zero running back player to start. What's Tyler Eipert's value? 7th or 8th. No, that's a little bit too high. I would say 10th round. If you can get him in the 10th round, that would be kind of really good because he is on the PUP list, and you won't know if he comes back in the 6 weeks he's projected to come back. But if you can steal Tyler Eifert in the 10th round, because tight ends this year, there's a lot of good tight ends in this draft. Like that's another thing too. Tight ends is another overrated position in fantasy, unless you can get Gronk, and because just late in the first round, go get him. So this guy right here, he doesn't know what he's doing. Coach Blitzels, he's confused. You can tell this guy does not know what he's doing. He doesn't get the idea because look in advance. That's what I don't get. And he wasted that pick on Lamar Miller. He was looking all this time for Lamar Miller. He was the 12th pick. He had a bunch of time to choose who he wanted, and he took that long just to take Lamar Miller. Really? Well, you can just choose Allen Robinson next because he's 13th on the rankings. Just choose Allen Robinson. Just choose Allen Robinson. Just choose him. Just take him because that's what you're going to do. You don't know what you're doing. You're wasting our damn time. Like, god dang. Look at this guy, man. He's like choosing fuck. Yeah, he chose Allen Robinson. So you wasted a minute on the clock, and you didn't know who you wanted to choose. So you just chose what. See, this guy knows what's up. He's like, fuck it. I know who I'm taking. I got Devontae Freeman. Thank you. Thank you. Dez Bryant is next on the board. Watch this guy look around for people, and then he doesn't know who to choose, and he'll just choose Dez. Like, look, if you don't know what you're doing, BPA, best player available. Just do it. Sometimes your best teams could be best player available teams. So, fucking sometimes auto draft teams. Okay, so he chose Jordy Nelson. I told you guys this was a Green Bay league. I told y'all this was a Green Bay league. I told people that, and I told Jordy Nelson was going to go fucking high. Jordy Nelson went way too high. LaShawn McCoy went sick. Oh, my. This guy's insane. LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy with the god damn, this guy does not know what the fuck he's doing, man. This guy, LaShawn McCoy went 16th. God damn, dude. Well, I get lucky. Well, I get Dez Bryant. Oh my god, I got AB and Dez. That the dream was crushed. You thought I was gonna get Dez. Doug Martin. See, Doug Martin is a good second round pick. See, this guy, team enders. We'll look at his team and everything like that. But man, he did good. He got Doug Martin. That's good shit right there. So look at this. My zero running back strategy working out well right now. Brandon Marshall went high. Okay. Aaron Rodgers, a new move. He chose Aaron Rodgers in the second round. Everyone's gonna be like, Aaron Rodgers is good. No. Yeah, Tevin Coleman, Joseph Tilson. Look at Tevin Coleman. That's a sleeper right there. Tevin Coleman, remember last year, he was the one getting most of the touches. The coaches like Tevin Coleman more than freaking Devontae Freeman. Let's see. Eddie Lacy. Oh, God, man. These guys are getting. Mark Ingram got. Oh, my God. Damn, dog. Holy shit. Mark Ingram was a 20. Is this guy trolling? Like, honestly, Mark Ingram. That's. Oh, my God. That's way too high. That guy must be trolling. He chose Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram. Like, fuck. All right. So now it's my pick. Look at that. Look at this shit. Did I get my boy? It's Sammy still on the board. Sammy's still on the board. Sammy's still on the board. Yeah, Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins. Sammy fucking Watkins. What happened? Points. Points. All right. Well, I get back-to-back anyway, so Mike Evans, come to me. Sammy Watkins, come to me. So I just got my 2 wide receivers that I wanted. Thank you. So this is the zero running back strategy. Now that I got my 2 wide receivers, should I keep on drafting wide receivers? Yes. Now, some people don't understand the zero running back strategy because they say, well, you're waiting so late on running backs and other positions, you'll be screwed. Like I said before. Let me go look at the quarterbacks again. I look at this quarterback selection. I hit points. Look at that. There's still a lot of good quarterbacks late that I can take. Look at Andy Dalton. Look at Tyrod Taylor. Now, one thing you also have to look at is bye weeks too. You don't just do a strategy and not look at bye weeks. As you can see here, I have Antonio Brown with 8, a bye week of week 8, bye week of week 6, and bye week of week 10. That's good for me. I don't have to worry about that. Man, these guys don't know what the fuck they doing. So yeah, we're gonna keep looking at wide receivers. We're gonna look at guys that we think can make bounce backs years, and also just think like overall. Like I said, hit that points button so you know what this league's points is. Now, I don't think I'm gonna get Demarius, sadly. Jeremy Macklin's a nice choice. Randall Cobb or a bounce back, but like I said, we're in a Green Bay league, and what the fuck? I got a fantasy update. What's this all about? What's this all about? I got like a little. What is this all about? Draft alert, team all over the draft room or whatever. I'm already in this draft room, so I don't know why you're telling me this ESPN app. So yeah. And never take a QB high. Never take a QB high. That's like the worst move. So the guy that I'm really targeting, but the only problem is he has a bye week of week 8, is Jarvis Landry. Because this guy's a reception monster, dog. He eats up receptions. I can probably get him at my next pick, but this auto draft idiot and this auto draft idiot might fuck it up. So always plan around auto draft idiots too. A guy that I'm really liking too is like Kelvin Benjamin. I think he could have a bounce back year, and also he has the what's it called? Bye week of week 7. Look at me. I'm drafting the whole 2014 wide receiver class minus AB, Mike Evans and Sammy Watkins. That's pretty funny, man. Golden Tate's another good one to get to. He has a bye week of 10. Do I have any bye week of 10s? Yes, I have Sammy Watkins. So kind of have to pass on him. Same with, Doug Baldwin, actually. He could break out, but I don't trust Doug Baldwin as much. You know, I'd rather hope to get DT or Jarvis Landry. Those are the two guys who I really want, but I don't know. So it all depends, really, to be honest. Kevin White's a good little sleeper. If you're playing in a PPR league, Tavon Austin will be nice to have too. Will Fuller, as a gamble pick, I would choose Will Fuller because he has speed for days. Alan Hearns, he's a good player to get as well. Maybe I'll pick Alan Hearns on my back-to-back, but do I have any week 5 buys? No, I do not. So Alan Hearns I may get on my back-to-back. Stay away from Stephon Diggs. His value dropped. Great bench stash and bench player is Josh Gordon, man. Josh Gordon's a stud, man. He carried my fantasy team a couple of years back, man. He carried my fantasy team a couple of years back. So, 0 running back strategy still in effect here. Focus on wide receivers. And maybe you also check the tight ends to see if there's any tight ends worth kind of grabbing in this situation. Now, you guys are probably wondering about the running back situation. I have time to my picks. So, when you look at the running backs, look at this shit. Why should I be worried about running backs at all? There's still some good value here. There's still some good value running backs. Not the best names, not the greatest names, but good enough value. Yeah, I don't have to worry about this stuff. I don't have to worry about running backs. I'm good. I'm fucking good. My Xbox just turned on randomly. The fuck? Oh my God, that scared the fuck out of me. My Xbox randomly just turned on. Dude, am I getting possessed right now? Am I being possessed by a ghost or something? Am I being possessed by a ghost? This guy, what is he doing? Just do you guys? This is my biggest pet peeve. If you're in the draft room, just fucking choose your guys, dog. Just choose your guys. Fuck. Yeah, look at Jarvis Landry, 105 reception yards, man. That's receptions. That's amazing. And got taken. You took that long just to take Jarvis Landry. Fucking asshole. Just take him. God damn. They just take forever just to draft. Just draft. You don't need to take for fucking ever. Shit. Yeah, fucking shit. All right, hurry up. Pick. This guy does not know what he's doing. Pick. The chat full of idiots. Oh my God, dude, pick. This guy, he's just going to choose Thomas Rawls. Just choose Thomas Rawls. You're not going to do anything else. Just choose him. Just take him. Fuck. Fucking hey, take him. Take him. Holy fucking shit, this guy's pissing me off. Oh my God. Oh my God, dog. Pick him. You have, oh my God. Why? Why do I always get stuck with fucking idiots, man? Hey, you wasted our time just to choose Thomas Rawls. You wasted our time just to pick Thomas Rawls. Why? Just click Matt Forte. You're going to pick him anyways. Like, holy shit. God damn. Be ready. Don't be fucking like wasting our time. Like shit, dude. This is what happens when you waste people's times in these fucking leagues, man. This is what fucking happens, man. I'm just trying to over here show some strategies and shit, and this guy's taking forever, man. So I should have probably done like a fan draft room, so that way we could have just done fans and stuff. But anyways, yeah. So 10 to 12 man leagues, they're interesting as hell. Now, the last draft I'm going to show you guys here today is a 20-man league draft. And 20-man leagues, it's a mind of its own. It's a beast of its own. Like, you've never been in a 20-man league? Oh, fuck, dude. It's killer. It will kill you, man. I've won a 20-man league before. I have it on Instagram and shit like that. So, MJD's big toe. I have Maurice Jones-Drew in that draft, and he did absolutely nothing. But, man, 20-man league, that's the next draft I'm going to show you. But maybe I can talk about some strats with you guys. So another strat that a lot of people like to do is one wide receiver, one running back, one tight end. So which means your first 3 picks are wide receiver, running back, and tight end. You choose the best of that ability, which I can understand. It's a simple idea. It's a simple strategy, but I just don't see any trade value in it because even though, yes, a lot of the best teams are won in the draft, you still have to make some trades to take your team over the hump, to make your team into, a top tier team. And really, to be honest here, when it comes down to it, you can trade a lot of these wide receivers for running backs and quarterbacks that you eventually need. Like I've done some crazy trades in my life. I've traded Josh Freeman twice in one league just to get some good value out of him. So when it comes down to it, wide receivers have a lot bigger trade value because, they're a lot harder to find, especially if you want a top tier 1 wide receiver. You can just trade your 1 wide receiver for, 2 good running backs or 1 good running back, an RB1 and an RB2. Now, there is a strategy of a 2 running backs, 1 QB strategy, but I don't like that strategy. That's kind of like an old school strategy. Like I said, running back by committee. Running backs are now run by committee. So, yeah. All right, so what else can I talk about? PPR. PPR is like points per reception. If you're doing a PPR league, always click this button right here, receptions, so you know who gets targeted the most, who gets the most receptions, and everything like that. And there's other fantasy stats to kind of look at too, like return touchdowns, how many return. I thought it was return touchdowns, whatever. Rushing yards. Wow. Okay. Hurry up. Matt Forte's still on the board. What? Oh, no, he's not. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Pick. Larry Fitzgerald's not bad for a PPR, huh? Look at him. Fucking 84 receptions. How many yards he had? Only 965, though. So you ain't going to get those yards. Eric Decker's a nice sleeper, dude. Eric Decker. I think I might get him, but I don't know. Demarius is gone. Like Eric Decker, he has the same bye week as someone. No, he doesn't. So maybe I'll target Decker with my next pick. Because like I said, if you guys are new to this stream, I'm doing a 0 running back strategy. Yeah. The Vikings defense is a good fantasy defense to have. Only draft 1 defense too. So picks are moving in a little bit faster. Julian Edelman, T.Y. Hilton are off the board. Jeremy Hill's off the board. DT's off the board. Russell Wilson, Thomas Rawls, Jarvis Landry. Okay. So nothing much changed. So I'm probably going to target Eric Decker or Kelvin Benjamin. And then that's pretty much it for my 0 running back strategy for a bit. Like, take these 2 and then bam. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up, Team War Dog. Take your time. Just take forever. Just take forever. I don't give a fuck anymore. I talked about all the strats that I could. Like, I talked about all the strats that I could. Like I said, I'm showing 0 running back strat right now. So, do you guys want to see an auction draft? Let me know. Auction drafts can get a little bit crazy. I normally don't do auction drafts unless it's with people I trust. So, but there goes Eric Decker. So, I guess I'll go Kelvin Benjamin and a tight end this round. So go, hurry up. You can choose. It's not hard to choose, homie. Honestly, it isn't hard to choose. Just choose a player. This guy's taking forever. Which players should I not pick in the draft? Well, players that are just number 2 players and players that won't break out. And honestly, players that just feel like you just don't believe in, to be honest. Like Jordan Matthews, for example. I want to pick Jordan Matthews at all for the 0 running back strategy, even though he's projected to get more points and everything like that. It's just that Jordan Matthews, he has no quarterback to throw to him. So I'm going to choose Kelvin Benjamin. Yeah, that's the safe pick. And now I got to go to tight end. Look at that. Look at all these tight ends. Look at all these tight ends. So many good tight ends to choose from, man. So many. But I like Delaney Walker. I think Delaney Walker, like this projection right here, oh, man, that's a low projection for Delaney. So, yeah, I got already my team. So, my team right now is AB, Mike Evans, Delaney Walker, Sammy Watkins, and Kelvin Benjamin. 0 running back strategy, working to perfection. Carlos Williams, no, don't even touch Carlos Williams right now. We don't know what's up with that head case. Were you responding to him, Joseph Stilson, retelling straight shooter, don't choose Carlos Williams because you shouldn't choose Carlos Williams at all. Why is it so blurry? This is absolutely ridiculous. Let me stop the screen share right now so you guys can see my beautiful face, and let me just get back to it because I don't know why it was so blurry. It was like blurry on my end. There we go. That looks so much better. So much better. Let's hope it's not blurry anymore. Yeah, I was like looking blurry as fuck. Maybe it's just my internet connection, but it was looking blurry as fuck for me. But now it looks so much better. All right. These guys like to take a while. I don't know if I can handle a 20-man league draft, but fuck, we'll do it. Because I want to show you guys the nonsense of a 20-man league. That'll probably be the last draft I show and everything like that. But this is the 0 running back strategy. Tell me what strats you guys like to use in the comment section or in the chat and everything like that. But this is the 0 running back strategy. Like I said, you don't need to choose a running back later. If this was a real league, I would flip one of my wide receivers like Kelvin Benjamin for another running back. And there's many running backs for you to choose from in the NFL. It's a running back by committee now. You don't need to choose only just one running back. Everyone's going to be like, oh, Chase, your strategy's stupid. Go right ahead and call it stupid. I won a championship with it. I won some money with it. So I don't think it's stupid. If I'm winning with it, it ain't stupid. Okay? So if I made $200 in fantasy football last year from doing the strategy, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's pretty smart. Don't call my idea stupid. My idea is pretty damn smart if you ask me. These guys just taking forever to draft. That's why I don't know if I want to do a 20-man league on stream because that shit's going to take 3 hours. That's going to take 3 hours to fucking do. I don't know if I have that patience. I get impatient enough as is. You see me screaming at these fuckers right here, taking forever to pick. What makes me think that I can do a 20-man league live on stream? Fuck it, we'll do a 20-man league. Be fucking hilarious. You guys will get this. You guys think I rage when it comes to wrestling? Oh, I rage even worse when it comes to a 20-man league. I just hope I get a good pick in the 20-man league. I gotta get prepared for a 20-man league draft anyway. So I get prepared. Let's go. So my back-to-back, what I'm looking at here is now tight end. Since I got already 4 wide receivers that have different bye weeks, I'm set on wide receiver. I don't need to worry about it right now, and I can choose some sleeper wide receivers. Now I'm just looking for a second tight end, and there's a lot of good tight ends in fantasy. Travis Kelce is obviously my main pick, but I don't think he's going to last that long, so I'm not going to just buy my hopes on Travis Kelce. Gary Barnidge is a nice little pick to look at, but I don't think he's going to have the high production like he did last year. Antonio Gates is like a safe option, but he's a little bit older, so I wouldn't 100% trust him. I look at Jimmy Graham as a great sleeper if he can come back. If he can come back as the Jimmy Graham thing as he can, I think he's a great sleeper. And Julius Thomas, I think, can produce very well in the new Jacksonville offense. So I think he's going to have a big year too. So I would choose these 2 guys right now just based off my draft position where I'm at. But I'm hoping for Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce would be a nice to have. Jared Cook, I don't know if I trust Jared Cook all that much. What value do you guys like? Danny Woodhead, Theo Riddick, and Darren Sproles. I would choose Danny Woodhead in a PPR league, at least in the 7th round, and in a regular standard league, like one of my last few picks just to fill up a bench, just because in the PPR league, Danny Woodhead's a beast. Theo Riddick, I don't value Theo Riddick at all. I would try to wait until he goes undrafted and pick him up and hope he does well. And Darren Sproles, in a PPR league, Darren Sproles is a god, so I would choose Darren Sproles in a heartbeat. But other than that, yeah, I don't have much value. So for all the people who just joined, doing a 0 running back draft strategy, here in this mock draft for the Green Bay Packers. What is the zero running back strategy? You don't draft running backs until later on in the draft because running backs are by committee in most NFL teams, and you can get some good sleepers, and you'll have good enough wide receivers that you can flip them for the running backs that you want. It's a genius. I don't trust Jared Cook, to be honest. Charles Clay's another nice little sleeper. He has his games. He's not like a big-time gamer, but he has his games, man. Come on, Kelsey. Fall to me, Travis Kelsey. Fall to me, Travis Kelsey. Come on, Travis Kelsey. You guys are more than welcome to send questions in the chat to keep me entertained. By the way, to end off the stream, like I said, we're going to be doing a 20-man league. Jason Witten. Jay Witt is good, but like, unless the Cowboys are always in the red zone, I just don't trust them. If the Cowboys can get in the red zone most of the time, it matters on the red zone numbers too. Like if the red zone numbers are good, but yeah, I wouldn't really choose Jason Witten, to be honest. I want a tight end that can get the rack catches. Jason Witten doesn't have that rack catch ability. I mean, every once in a while he can shrug off defenders and look like a monster again, but yeah. So let me just see how the rankings are going for all players right now, just to see if I can get Travis Kelsey. If not, then I pretty much got to give up on this hope. Oh, I'm good. I'm going to get Travis Kelsey. Look at this shit. I'm getting Travis Kelsey. Unless some guys fucking doing the same strategy I am, which I don't think there is the case. I should be good. I should be getting Travis Kelsey. I should be getting Travis Kelsey, which is a great round to get him. Come on. Give me Travis Kelsey. Look at my bye week, too. My bye week situation is beautiful. Week 8 for Antonio Brown. Week 6 for Mike Evans. Week 13, Delaney Walker. Week 10, Sammy Watkins. Week 7, Kelvin Benjamin. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful strategy. Beautiful bye weeks. That's what I like to see. If I get Travis Kelsey week 5 for the bye week, yeah. Come on. Come on. Give me Travis Kelsey. Give me that Travis Kelsey. Hide this shit. What is this trying to do? Someone's like, oh, Ryan Matthews is still on the board. How? what kind of question is that? What do you think will be the stupidest decision in fantasy football? Mine was when my friend picked the kicker in the 3rd round. My first year, I chose a defense in the 2nd round because I thought defenses meant a lot. So my first year of fantasy football, I chose the defense. But the stupidest decision I've ever seen in fantasy football was that someone had Chad Johnson when he was on the Patriots and traded Chad Johnson for Wes Welker, which I didn't understand how the fuck that happened. I was like, what the fuck? He actually thought Chad Johnson was going to do better than Wes Welker. So he traded away Wes Welker for Chad Johnson because he felt Chad Johnson would be the superior. Oh. Okay, I thought someone chose Travis Kelsey because I was scrolling down. I was like, someone actually chose Travis Kelsey. Wow. 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 See how the running back situation is right now. Oh, I'm good. I'm good on running backs right now. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to worry. I'm good. I might choose. Let's see the quarterback situation. Let's see if there's any quarterbacks I like. Quarterbacks. Oh, my favorite. I always choose this guy. Carson Palmer. Got to take him. You got to take him. If you can get Carson Palmer, that's good. Oh, running back. Oh, normally in the zero running back strategy, you shouldn't be doing this, but I could probably get. No, I don't think I get Travis Kelsey on my back-to-back next round. Got to take him while I can. Sorry, TJ Yeldon. Really do like you, but got to take Travis Kelsey. I can get another running back, and if anything, if this was a real league, I'd probably trade like Kelvin Benjamin and someone else for you. So I'm not worried. So look at the running back situation now. Now you hit that points button, so you can kind of get the idea of what ESPN is projecting, and we can kind of target which ones we want. Always make sure to hit all players too, just to see if the rankings have changed any. But man, getting Carson Palmer, that was a good pickup. That was a good pickup. Carson Palmer is a fancy stud. So when you look at all rankings, we won't get TJ Yeldon at all. Let's go to running backs. So yeah, TJ Yeldon's kind of off the board. So our best next running back that we will most likely get is either Derrick Henry's or D'Angelo Williams or Chris Ivory. So that wouldn't be too bad if we can walk away with one of those two, because we drafted all the positions we needed. We got enough wide receivers and tight ends. So yeah. Now it's time to look at the running backs. And really, to be honest, like I said, a lot of these running backs, man, you guys see them and you see that their points are not that high. Click on that points button, dude. You can see that these guys could probably have some good value and that you guys could probably still win with these guys. Like Shane Vereen, if you're in a PPR league, Shane Vereen's a stud because he gets receiving touchdowns. Tevin Coleman's a nice little sleeper. James Starks could take over again. Jarek McKinnon can get a long touchdown or two. You just need guys that can score. Dion Lewis is dead still. I don't know what's going on to him. Spencer Ware, CJ Spiller, CJ Procise. Like, CJ Spiller's still on the team. I thought New Orleans cut him. Oh, I guess he's still on the team. Kadeem Carey, if Jeremy Langford doesn't do good. Because these backup running backs, man, they coming up, man. They coming up. You got to be careful with them. Robert Turbin could have a good year. So just got to look. Just got to look. You just got to be patient. Running backs will come. Justin Forsett could have a bounce back year, man. Could have a bounce back year. He was good one year. LeGarrette Blunt Force. So, yeah, you can still get good running backs. Charles Sims. Charles Sims is a nice little guy. Yeah, Joseph Tilson. I think Chris Ivory. That's why I'm targeting Chris Ivory. That's why I saw TJ Yeldon, but I said I looked at my draft position and I said, oh, I ain't gonna take that because looking at my draft position, I could still most likely land Chris Ivory. And let me go look at all players to see if that is a possibility. It is a possibility. I mean, a lot of the people I'm going against already drafted their running backs. If I look and make sure you look at other people's teams. Yeah, just one guy has a running back. Team 3 has all his running backs, so I don't think he's going to draft anyone. Gladskow has all his running backs. Chicago has all his running backs. Team Colasco has all his running backs. Dick Stafford Hernandez has all his running backs. Team Prezenko has his running backs. Coach Blitzer has his running back. So, yeah, see, that's why the zero running back strategy works for me. Because, like, I know if people already have their running backs, they're not looking to get backups right now. You drafting for a backup running back, you're doing a dumb decision because you need to try to get your backup wide receivers because you didn't do the zero running back strategy. I did. I did zero running back strategy. I don't need to worry about my backup wide receivers. I have AB, I have Mike Evans, I have Sammy Watkins, and I have Kelvin Benjamin. What backup wide receivers do I need to worry about? I have four top end wide receivers in fantasy. You guys need to be looking at the Marvin Joneses of the world. I just have to worry about which running back I think is going to break out. That's what I have to worry about. I just have to worry about that. And like I said before, I can trade one of my top receivers for running backs. That's why I like the zero running back strategy. It gives you so much trade chips and so much trade pieces and everything like that. Always just look at guys, man. Always look at guys that you feel like can take it. Why is this guy wasting our time? We know you're going to choose TJ Yeldon. Just choose him. Is TJ Yeldon the next best ranked player? Yeah, just choose TJ Yeldon and Chris Ivory. We know you're going to choose them. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. So hurry up. Hurry the fuck up. God damn, I hate people who take forever in fantasy drafts. I'd go Justin for Isaiah Corral. I forgot about him, yeah. So this might be my pickups. Justin Forsett and Isaiah Corral. Just based off the points, they said they're going to get more. I don't know. Forsett's not really getting much carry, so I don't know if I want to choose him. Devontae Booker could break out. Riddick, I'm not going to take a chance on. Charles Sims is more of a guy I would take a chance on because he has just such good big play makeability. Tevin Coleman, I'm looking to steal, though. Christine Michael, yeah. Well, I don't know. It's all based on Thomas Rawls and how Thomas Rawls does. So I don't know if Christine Michael would be that big of a pick or that big of a selection. Hurry the fuck up so I can choose my mediocre running backs. I'm all over here like, I need to get Isaiah Corral. Someone took D-Well. Okay, cool. Go right ahead, take him. I need to get Isaiah Corral and Justin Forsett, damn it. I don't know. I don't trust LeGarrette Blount. I might choose Isaiah Corral and LeGarrette Blount. That seems like a pretty yeah. So, oh my god, my loud ass neighbor. Yeah, stop yelling. You're so loud. You don't. Oh my god, my neighbor's yelling now. I had this neighbor lady. She just screams. I don't know why. Pick JJ Weston. You can't choose JJ Watt in fantasy. This is not defensive player draft. Fuck. This is not a defensive player draft. Hurry up. What is this guy doing? Taking so long. Oh my god, hurry up. Hurry the fuck up. This guy's taking forever. Hey people, this if you don't know who you're choosing, don't draft. Okay, just go on auto pick, dog. I honestly do not care. You can go on auto pick. You can go on auto pick. I don't care. You took for Michael Crabtree. You idiot. You're an idiot. Justin Forsett. Oh wow, Justin Forsett got picked pretty damn high. Could TJ Yeldon fall or Chris Ivory fall to me? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna get one of those two and pair them up with Crowell. Fuck yeah, dude. Well, TJ Yeldon's not gonna fall. No, it ain't because of this auto pick. These auto pick noobs. Like fuck, Chris Ivory still on the board. God damn, the dream was there though. The dream was there for Chris Ivory. The dream was there for Chris Ivory. And I also will show you guys one fantasy team that I did draft with the zero running back strategy, so you guys can know what I did with that. Pick Brock Osweiler. What the fuck are you talking about? I read Carson Palmer. You don't choose two quarterbacks unless you can't pass them up. Hurry up. Thank you. Auto pick guy. Go. Fuck yeah. TJ Yeldon's off the board. So Isaiah Crowell and LeGarrette Blount it is then. That's my running backs. I'm okay with that. Are they the best running backs? Nope. But I'm okay with that. How's Bilal Paul doing, by the way? He ain't all right. He ain't doing anything special, but Chris Thompson's my next pick, though. Look at this guy. Spencer Wells, CJ Spiller, CJ Prosize, DeAndre Washington. Kadeem Curry. I'm waiting. Blake Bortles. I'll pick up Blake Bortles as my backup if I can get him. He's a good fantasy player. I'll pick up Blake Bortles if I can get him as a backup, but I'm not worried about quarterback right now because I got Carson Palmer. I'm worried about getting my running backs on this team. So if these guys can please hurry the fuck up so I can draft Isaiah Corral and LeGarrette Blount. That'd be beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Chicago Demon, choose who you want. Choose who you want. I'm trying to see. Where's Tricandrick West at? Tricandrick West is a nice little person to pick up, too. I might get Chamberlain, though, on my next pick because Chamberlain is the best running back for New York, I believe, in my opinion. Hurry up. Just choose Chicago Demon. Just choose. It ain't that hard. Carlos Hyde? Yeah, I'd pick Carlos Hyde pretty hard. Lamar Miller's already been taken. Lamar Miller's no sleeper running back. He's an overrated running back. What the fuck are you talking about? Carlos Hyde's a good pick, but that's more if you're going with the traditional fantasy. All right, cool. So I'm getting my 2 shitty running backs. Here's Isaiah Crowell. And no, running back. Why did they do that to me? Where'd Blunt for it? Did someone choose? Wow, someone chose LeGarrette Blunt. This guy knows what's up. Chose LeGarrette Blunt. Fuck me, right? Fuck me. Holy shit. Well, Chamberlain. Well, no, I'll go D Sproles. I'll go Darren Sproles. That's a better pickup. God damn, fuck me, right? I was all like on Blunt Force and shit. I was like, yeah, I got you LeGarrette Blunt. Hell no, nigga. You ain't getting LeGarrette Blunt. Fuck you. I hate this guy right here. This Coach Blitzers. This guy takes forever just to draft, man. Takes forever just to fucking draft. These whole guys are fuck this league. Honestly, I'm gonna be a nice guy. Hit the auto pick button. We done. I showed you guys a 0 running back strategy. I have no patience with these people right now. Fuck them. Taking forever to draft and everything. So that was a 0 running back strategy. I hope you guys kind of got the gist and the idea of what the 0 running back strategy is all about and how you can use it to win some games. Really, to be honest, like I said, I like that strategy a lot because you can do it and stuff like that. Yeah, Joseph Tilson, I would play my Xbox. I would have some, but I don't have gameplay to show you guys. So if I had gameplay, I would play it so that way you guys wouldn't be sitting here bored, gaming and stuff like that. Let me go find the 20-man league draft because I promise I'll show you guys that bullshit. I just got sick and tired of waiting there. Y'all gonna be like, you ain't gonna finish the 20-man league. You damn right I ain't gonna finish. But might as well try, right? Might as well try. Fuck, fancy. But you guys kind of saw the deal. Oh, Weston, can you shut up about your fucking Texans? Holy shit. I'll pick them if I can get them. I ain't gonna pick them. Fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. In your damn Texans. Pick this guy. Pick that guy. Shut the fuck up. I want. Trying to find a 20-man league right now, but there's nothing going. So no 20-man league draft, thank God. So anyways, hope you guys liked the little fantasy football 2016 preview I gave you all with the 0 running back strategy and everything like that, and talking about what you should do with your drafts and everything like that. Just make sure you guys are well rested. I'll admit that this draft was probably JIG is not starting this season. I believe Arian Foster is taking that position, so that's why I didn't draft him. Defense/special teams to pick. The defense/special teams, I would pick Minnesota Vikings, especially now since they don't have Teddy Bridgewater. They're going to play with a lot of heart. Obviously, the Denver Broncos, and then also I would choose the Seattle Seahawks. Those are defensive/special teams I would look at. Carolina Panthers are always a good defensive special team. You guys are looking at kickers: Dan Bailey, Graham Gano, Justin Tucker. Teams that don't score touchdowns are always the best for kickers. The Chiefs kicker, I believe, like Carlos Santos or whatever his name is, he's another good pickup because you got to look at teams where it's like, are they going to score a lot of touchdowns? No. But are they going to kick a lot of field goals? Yes. So you choose the guys that are going to kick a lot of field goals, not score a lot of touchdowns because, PAT points are only like 1 point and everything like that. And make sure you also look at, for kickers, how many times a guy misses an extra point, because extra points, that loses fantasy points. You don't want someone losing you fantasy points because they have extra point problems and stuff like that. That's why also with AP, Adrian Peterson, I kind of feel like he's kind of overrated this year because he does fumble a lot now. Adrian Peterson is no longer a for sure bet. When you're handing the football, AP is going to run it down your throats. It's like, yeah, he will, but he also fumbles too. So make sure you look at how many times a player fumbles and everything like that. I would say the best type of advice that I can give you all in the fantasy draft is whatever strategy works for you works for you. I just implement the zero running back strategy because it won me a lot of money last year. You know, I know $200 don't sound like a lot of money, but hey, in today's world, it seems like a lot. So zero running back strategy is always a good strategy to kind of go with and kind of just kind of think about and stuff like that. So I would say that just kind of go with your own strategy. If you want to try the zero running back strategy, make sure you can get a good. If you can't get a good wide receiver in the first round, there's no point in doing a zero running back strategy because you can't get a good wide receiver. But if you can, go with that strategy, use that strategy, and make it your own. That's what I would suggest. So thank you all very much for listening to me ramble and do a quick little draft for the ESPN and everything like that. I hope you guys have a well fantasy season. You guys can always tweet me at ChaseLobber68 for fantasy advice and everything like that, and I'll do my best. When the season starts, I'm hoping to do daily fantasy football videos, so that way you guys know what daily fantasy football is all about and kind of help you guys set up your lineups there and everything like that. So be on the lookout for daily fantasy football. I like doing daily fantasy football. I just don't win a lot of good money on there. I win decent a month. Like the most I've ever won on daily fantasy football was like $60. So not bad, but not anything special. Like most people win like a shit ton of money, like 120, 130, stuff like that. So anyways, thank you guys very much. I hope you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Peace.